Another strategy is to target new demographics. So one interesting thing about markets is that if I use the example of the Gen Zs, and the needs of that generation are quite different from the needs of my generation. I'm a millennial. And the needs of my generation were different from the generation of our parents. Our parents are the Generation X. Many of them are already in retirement. So if you can target new demographics, you can be in Lagos, for example, and say, I sell phones. I sell phones in Lagos, but I only sell smartphones, right? I want to start selling, I sell laptops. I sell laptops in Lagos. But I want to start selling laptops for gamers. Gamers are these young folks who need high performance systems for the games they play on their laptops, on their tabletop computers, right? So these are power users. They're not just buying the laptop to type letters and use Microsoft Excel and watch videos. They play games. They need, like, in terms of high performance, they need like graphics cards, sound cards that are above what the ordinary person would need. And there's a particular demographic that is a gamer. They are typically young men. They are usually within a particular age bracket, right? By targeting that demography, you are targeting a new market, even though they are still in the same Lagos market, right? So you are still in the same physical market, the same geographic market, but you are targeting a particular segment of customers. Let me give you another example. You sell meats. You sell frozen meats, beef, chicken, turkey, pork, all of them, frozen meats. So that's what you sell. But now you want to start targeting the halal market. The halal market is for Muslims who want their foods to be halal. And halal means the animal has to be killed in a certain way. The meat has to be processed in a certain way in accordance with the principles that align with halal. So what that means is that when people come to buy, and of course with halal, you cannot have pork. You cannot have pork on the premises or mingling with the food. So what that would then mean is that you are growing the business, you're expanding the business, but you're opening a halal section, so that the segment of the market that wants to buy halal foods, halal meats, can go in there and buy. So you see, you're still in the same Lagos market, but you're targeting a segment of the market that has unique and special needs. Another example, you are in the school business. You have a primary school, right? You're educating kids, but then you open a section for children with special needs, whether it's kids who have learning difficulties, they have things like autism, dyslexia, any of a number of learning needs. These are kids that may not be able to keep up with the normal pace of the class, so they will need help and support. And that's what you're providing. And because they are special needs, they need teachers who are trained to take care of special needs children. And usually it costs more, so you're charging more. So in your school, you have kids who are attending the standard school process, and you have a section for children with special needs. So it's still the same school, but you are serving two markets. You are serving the standard children education, and you are serving the market for special needs education. I hope all these examples, I've used the poultry, I've used the meat business, the halal and the other, I've used the education, right? So these are demographics that you can target. Demographics are a segment of your market that have different needs as a result of their age. I use the Gen Z example, age, religion. I use the halal thing for the Muslims. Their preferences. I use the special needs kids. It could also be education. It could be their stage in life, all those things. So you can target demographics, even though they're in the same physical location. I need to get this thing out of your mind that market development means you go to a different city, a different location. No, you can be in the same market and be targeting two separate markets. Remember what I said about online and offline? Online and offline are two separate markets, even though the people buying from you online are still in the same city where you are. Then online channels. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. I already spoke about it. I even used my own personal example. And COVID made it very, very clear to me that businesses that are serving an online market are more resilient than businesses that are putting all their hopes on the physical market. Because if COVID proved anything, it was that the physical market can be interrupted. I'm not saying the online market cannot be interrupted. After all, we've had episodes where the internet was down for almost a full day, or some services were down, WhatsApp and all that, email was not going. We've had those kinds of episodes. If you are a 100% online business, you will suffer if that happens. What I preach is a mix of the two. You cannot just be fully offline or fully online. A mixture, what I find is what helps. If you're interested in learning more about the topics I offer when it comes to starting, building, and growing a business, this is your opportunity to join my community. It's known as the BMG. I provide extensive courses on different topics and challenges that afflict business owners, from how to optimize your profits, how to manage costs, how to boost your sales, how to develop processes, how to scale your business. There's a whole lot that I can teach you. If you want to go deeper into my content, this is your chance. Go to the link on your screen right now, jointhebmg.com.